Yeah, and they'll profit off that. E-whoring is a large part of why you do have genuine subscribers that do not trust creators, because there are
bad bees.
Right, hello, welcome to Bad Bees. Today we are going to be talking about scams, and how. Well, we're going to talk about the scams, so you're going to know how to protect yourself. Right, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to run through a list of scams or threats that you should really just take heed and notice of and be really careful of, okay? Because I'm going to say this part first. You little creeps, like seriously, it's disgusting. Like when I came into this game a few months ago, I was like, why is there so much hesitance in talking to me? Because bearing in mind I came into this game through people I already knew in real life. So when I came online I found a lot more hesitance to talk to me and work with me, and I was like, why is that? Is it because I'm a man? And I realised over time, and it's gotten worse in January and February, how much scammers there are after OnlyFans girls. It is literally disgusting. And it is, alright, you get all sorts of scams that I'll go through that are trying to make money off people that are just working. And then you've got the ones that are even worse, that are just begging for content in like certain Reddits and Discord chats, just asking, oh, can you get me this girl's stuff and this girl. And I'm just like, you're a loser. They're just moist. They're just moist, and they're all using tails and touring. I know your little tactics, but it's just nasty what you do. And it's nasty how you come on the internet and move like that. Because it's just like, if you don't want to be a part of the stuff, go on to Pornhub. Go on to, like, you don't need to be in the sector where people actually want to pay for it. What can be said, man? Anyway, so let's just run a few to keep safe. Keep out of, stop letting these losers make money. Right, firstly, one I went through in my security video is the wrapped link threat. This is basically where they link you to something, but within that link, they've wrapped it. So when you click on it, they'll get your IP address. Okay, watch my security tutorial video for that. What you also need to be wary about is accepting PayPal, Venmo, and Cashapp as suitable functions for payment. What we're seeing a lot more of is people scamming people through PayPal, Venmo, and Cashapp. These platforms aren't sex worker friendly. If you are going to take payment, right, through something else, I know Amazon gift cards are quite popular and work quite well, but I would say cryptocurrency. A lot of these people do have Bitcoin, right? Set up a Coinbase account, you can accept cryptocurrency. It's not terrifyingly hard. It might even do you some good to have some Bitcoin the way the money's going, but familiarize yourself with it, because they can't reverse the payment. Bitcoin, except Bitcoin. I don't trust PayPal, Venmo, Cashapp. I don't even trust OnlyFans. Why? A big scam these days is OnlyFans chargeback. It's becoming the bane of my life. I did a video on it. It's getting worse. What you are getting is these dudes are basically coming in onto the platform either with stolen credit cards or it's their credit card, and they're just willing to burn it on OnlyFans. So what they're doing is they're spending the money and then going to the bank and saying it wasn't me. So they'll buy a bunch of custom content, they'll buy your PPV, and then a few days later it's all been reversed because the details were stolen. What I would say now is I would definitely look at steps, right, to not offer newcomers custom content. The way things are going now, it's becoming so prevalent, it's just not worth someone having your content for free. And if they're that devious and they're that kind of person, then they're going to probably release it onto these groups and these, like, what they'll do is they're not actually losing the money, because they might pay for the stolen credit card details, but then what they're going to do is they're going to take your content and they might just steal it at a cheaper price and sell it at a cheaper price to people on Discord, and they'll sell it to a bunch of people for like $3 or $5. So they haven't really lost out anywhere. They'll get back the money they paid for the stolen credit cards and then some. So what I would say is maybe put a bar on newcomers coming in and trying to buy content now, because it's got that sticky, it's got that bad right now, where if someone new comes onto the page, I want to sort of be like, listen, first week you can't, first week or two you can't get custom content. Right, what else? Okay, phishing. This is one in general. If you're getting something to an email that looks like OnlyFans or something else, and they ask you to input your details, be really careful with it. This hasn't happened yet, but all it takes is for someone to hack OnlyFans, get the email database, and then it happens. So really be careful when you're clicking emails and inputting details. Make sure it's the right name in the search bar. Sugar daddy scam is where a sugar daddy will come into your inbox and tell you he wants to send you thousands and thousands and thousands, but either A, he needs access to your account, or B, he needs you to send him a certain sum for some reason other than other. Do not ever give anyone your bank details. These are called bank logs. They're sold online. Do not ever send someone money in order for them to send you money. That just doesn't make sense in itself. There's plenty of illness, college sort of scams where the people online will say, oh, I'm so and so ill, or I'm gonna pay you on my payday. Just don't fall for like people saying, I'm gonna have content now, buy now, pay later. That's obvious. There's moderator threats. Really be wary of people, yeah, on Reddit and Kick and stuff like that claim to be moderators of some groups and they need certain things from you. Now, I don't care if they are moderators. At a certain point that people are taking a piss where they're asking for too much in order for you to be promoted, and you need to draw your lines and boundaries somewhere. So really be careful of people asking for certain stuff because they're a moderator. GFE, the girlfriend experience trial scam. What you'll have is one person will act like they're very interested in buying a month's worth of your girlfriend experience, but they'll claim they need a day or so to see if it's really for them, or a few hours trial to see how it is before they pay you £500 for the month. Whatever, they'll say a big sum or a big figure that will make you think, oh, I really can't miss out on this, when really after they get the 2 or 3 hours, you're never gonna see or hear from them again. Right, a big one is the Cashapp scam. This is where they'll come to you on OnlyFans, they'll give you £100 tip and be like, oh, sorry, I meant to put £10. I did this extra zero by accident. But you know what? That's fine. Keep 50 of it and just cash out me 50 the rest, because there is no refund on OnlyFans. Never cash out them the money. Say, sorry, honey, here's some PPV. I'll give you in 2 weeks once your payment clears. Because it's a scam. Because what they do is they'll charge back that £100 they send you, and they will keep your money off Cashapp. So you just give them £50 to a scammer, which is really annoying. Promo scam. Twitter and Instagram, never buy promo from people that DM you. Ever. Never. It's all a scam. I'm guaranteeing you it's a scam. Right? Whoever comes and asks you to buy promo off them, don't. because that means they're going out searching for people to advertise. If you have to convince someone with a large following, can I please promo on your page? That's the sort of promotion you should be doing. Because the person, even if they've got like, I don't care how many millions of followers and stuff, it's all bots, it's not real, it's low engagement, you're never ever gonna get a penny's worth. Right, e-whoring. E-whoring is a term used by scam and fraudsters. They steal your content, which is why you should watermark your content. They may ask, people might come into your OnlyFans and ask for custom pictures holding a sign. Usually that will be to pretend to someone else that they are you. Okay, it's just dastardly techniques. Yeah, and they'll profit off that. E-whoring is a large part of why you do have genuine subscribers that do not trust creators, because there are scammers who blackmail people, that blackmail paying subscribers, or that fake themselves to be certain creators and leave subscribers sort of out of pocket. So if a subscriber is being wary, it's usually they might have actually experienced an e-whoring scam before. So be careful, don't write anyone else's name on a piece of paper or on your boobs or whatever. Forget all that. That's not a niche. People don't like that. Yeah, I haven't. I'm not saying it's not a fetish or a kink, I just haven't heard of it before. If they're using it for verification. And truly, if you think something's a scam, go check out, ask other creators, check out the OnlyFans advice Reddit, subreddit. You can always ask them, because 9 times out of 10 it will be a scam and it would have happened to another creator in there before. You can ask us at Bad Bees, but usually if you think it's a scam, it probably is. Okay, just move on to the next one. Please be careful. It's getting worse. Take care, stay safe, always stay secure. Watch the security one. All the best. Goodbye.